Hi kids, it's Miss Mary again. I got a couple good books here I thought you might like because it's springtime and everybody's out on their bike or their tricycle or just running around in the yard. This is a good book about Ben Rides On by my Matt Davies. And this is what happens with him. I think you'll enjoy it. Now that he had the bicycle of his dreams, Ben Lucan loved going to school. Look at how he's riding on that bike. Isn't that weird? Can you see it? It looks like he's on the where you have your hands. With this gleaming new machine, he could take the long way. Look at that hill he's going down. Oh my. Or perhaps a very long way. Did he come through all of that pipe, you think? I don't know. Here's a hawk like chasing him. Hold on. And maybe even the very, very long way. Look at all the school buses lined up. And he's just pulling up, it looks like, behind them. And here comes somebody. Oh, that's him on his bike, and the bird is following him. It was arriving at school that Ben hated. Oh my, look at this guy. Sadly, Adrian Underbot, perhaps the world's largest third grader, he does look big for a third grade, doesn't seem to like Ben very much. But Adrian did like nice things. He's kind of pushing him away, isn't he? After watching Adrian ride off on his prized possession, Ben was devastated and late for class. As his teacher explained that the earth revolved around the sun, Ben thoughts revolved around his bike and seeking revenge against Adrian. Oh boy, you don't need to plan doing bad things, do you? You shouldn't. When the school bell finally rang, Ben began his journey home on foot. He hadn't gone very far when he heard a very particular sound, which caused him to launch an immediate investigation. What do you think that is? Do you know what that sound is? I got a hunch, maybe you do too. Whereupon he quickly discovered his stolen bike. And look at how it's all jammed up. The wheels are crooked. Everything's falling off. There's the pedals hanging. Oh, the poor kid, look at that. His stolen bike has been dismantled and hanging from a tree. And also, Adrian, looks like there's a storm coming too, doesn't there? Oh, that is too bad. Who appeared to be an insignificant spot of trouble. And this guy is hanging from the tree. Isn't that the guy that took his bike? I think so. How extraordinarily terrible, Ben thought to himself. And this is really odd. Ben dusted off the beat up bicycle and continued on his way, satisfied that Adrian would possibly dangle from a tree branch for all eternity. Look how awful his bike is. That is not rideable, is it? I don't think so. I don't think he could just steer it home. That's about it. But something made him stop. What do you think he's thinking about there? I got a hunch, but I don't know. And just when Adrian thought he could not hold on any longer, a very familiar green and white hoodie appeared. Who had a hoodie like that? Adrian reached up and probed on for dear life. Oh my, he's grabbing the hoodie, isn't he? Hauling the big galoot proved to be a challenge. Oh, look, even the bird's on there. He's trying to reach that big guy that's hanging on to his shirt and hood. I don't know. Look how close he is to the edge of the hill. This is exciting. But Ben pulled Adrian to safety with some help from a friend. Do you think the bird helped him? The bird's kind of conked out now too, hasn't he? I don't know if that bird was able to help or not. Exhausted, Adrian slowly rose to his size 10 feet. Oh my gosh, he did make it up. He's hard. It looks like he's out of breath and appeared momentarily to be quite puzzled. Wow. Look at here. Then suddenly, without warning, he lunged like an airborne walrus toward his rescuer. Now, do you think he's going to hurt the person that saved him? I wouldn't think so. Do you think he's going to be mad? He did that damage to his bike. So the kid, anyway, helped him save his life. Let's see how it turns out. I'm kind of curious. When Ben braced for the horrible impact, Adrian made off with the damaged bike. Ben couldn't believe it. Now, why would he do that? Look at this poor kid. He doesn't know what to think. Worn out and feeling a bit sick, he turned and headed for home. It looks like he's dragging along his school bag. I'm not sure if that's what it is. Ben didn't get much sleep that night. Well, no, he's thinking about his bike and how he saved that big guy, and then he took his bike again. Wow. Now, here's the following morning, he still had only one thing on his mind. Look at here, what's at the front gate? The very thing that someone had carefully leaned against his front gate. And who is this running off? We recognize him, don't we? But look at the wheels, look okay. And the handlebar is back right. Do you think that guy did that because he got saved by a rescuer? I don't know. There's the bird that was with him. And it had been repaired almost perfectly. That's what he did. So sometimes there's good in everybody. He was a bad guy, did a bad thing, but he made up for it by redoing the kid's bike and taking it back to his home. So we can't say he's totally bad, can we? He did a bad thing, but he did do a good thing too. And the boy on the bike, he did a good thing by saving his life. So they're kind of even, aren't they? So you need to be careful when you're playing with people. Don't goof off and don't make somebody mad. I had fun reading it. I hope you enjoyed it. The artwork in it was funny, wasn't it? So, okay, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.